Hello friends, welcome back to the History Office. I am Naresh Balasubramanian from Chennai. In this video, I am going to explain about the causes and outbreak of the French Revolution. French Revolution is an important epoch in the history of modern world. It changed many things. And French Revolution was also inspiration for many revolutions took place in the 19th century. Why did French Revolution occur in 1789? There were many causes. Let us discuss about one by one in detail. First, the political cause. During the 18th century, France was the center of absolute monarchy in Europe. Louis XIV, who ruled in between 1643 and 1715, was considered as an absolute monarch. He also regarded himself as representative of God, and he used to say that I am the state. So his lavish lifestyle and his more extravagant expenditures led to the bankruptcy in France. He was followed by Louis XV in 1715. Louis XV was considered as a butterfly monarch, and his defective foreign policy resulted France in engaging wars with England, especially in the 7 Years' War, and France also involved in the American War of Independence, supporting the American revolutionaries. But France gained nothing. Only they lost wealth in both these wars, especially in the 7 Years' War and in the American War of Independence. After Louis XV, Louis XVI became the ruler in 1773. Louis XVI was an innocent man, and he was more influenced by his queen Marie Antoinette. Marie Antoinette was the daughter of Marie Theresa of Austria. She was an Austrian empress. So the influence of Marie Antoinette in the court politics was very high, and it also led to the outbreak of the revolution in indirect manner. So these were the political causes, the defective administration and influence of Marie Antoinette. On the other hand, people were still starving. They never gave any importance to the common people. That is, the royal family didn't give any importance to the common people. So let's move on to the social cause. In the 18th century, French society was divided into three estates. They were the clergies, nobility, and the common people. The clergies belonged to the first estate. They constituted only 0.5% of the population. And the clergies was further subdivided into higher clergy and lower clergy. The higher clergies were the top people, and they managed churches, monasteries, and educational institutions. They never paid any tax. They enjoyed luxurious life. On the other hand, lower clergies, they served in the churches and they also served the common people, but their life was very miserable. They also didn't pay any tax. So the second estate were the nobility. The nobility were also divided into court nobles and the provincial nobles. Court nobles, they dominated the court politics. They made king deaf and dumb, and the court nobles also never paid any tax. Alright, the court nobles, they lived lavish lifestyle, and they never gave any importance to the provincial nobles. So this made provincial nobles very angry. So the third estate were the common people. The common people constituted 98% of the population, but they never gave any important position in the French society. The common people were the bourgeois, doctors, lawyers, writers, philosophers, and so on. So this revolution is also regarded as the bourgeois revolution, as this bourgeois group decided to wage a revolution against the government. Alright, so this is all the social causes. Now let's move on to the economic cause. Economic cause is always an important factor in the outbreak of any revolution. As I said before, because of many wars France involved in the later half of the 18th century, French economy went into bankruptcy. In 1774, Turgot was appointed as finance minister by Louis XVI. Turgot was an intelligent man. He asked the ruler to tax the nobility, and he never gave any importance. Louis XVI never gave any importance to the Turgot's advice. Louis XVI dismissed Turgot because of influence of Queen Marie Antoinette. And in 1776, Necker was appointed as the finance minister. Necker also submitted a report regarding income and expenditure of the state. He also advised the king to tax the nobility, but king never gave ear to his words, he was also dismissed. Finally, in 1783, Callan was appointed as finance minister. Callan also advised the king to tax the nobility because so that we can manage the income and expenditure of the state. But Callan's advice was also ignored and Callan was also dismissed. So in 1789, as the situation went out of hand, king decided to convene a convocation of estates general. That is, all the three estates were invited to Palace of Versailles in May 1789. But unfortunately, all the three estates were given only single representation. That is, the 0.5% of clergies were also given equal representation with the 98% of the common people. So the 98% of common people, they got angered and they went out of the Palace of Versailles and they declared themselves as the National Assembly of France. They assembled in a room and they declared themselves as National Assembly of France in June 1789. Alright, then in a short while, king decided to stop this assembly and he locked the room when they went out. So in July 1789, they went to, that is the common people, the third estate went to the tennis court and they declared themselves as the Constituent Assembly and they also took the tennis court oath. Alright, so by 1791, they decided to form an constitution for France, alright, to frame a constitution for France, and they also did in 1791, alright, so that is different thing. And now let us discuss how the revolution actually outbreak. So as things going on like this, that is the tennis court oath took in 1789, July 1789, people realized that troops were converging in Paris. That is, king decided to wage strong autocratic rule against the common people. So the revolutionaries decided to storm the Bastille Fort on 14th July 1789. Bastille Fort was stormed. Only 7 prisoners were released from the Bastille Fort and all the ammunitions were taken away. And the mayor of Paris was also stabbed and even the governor of Bastille was also stabbed and put into death. Thus the French Revolution outbreak. And on 4th August 1789, the National Assembly, that is the Constituent Assembly of France, declared their independence, that is a Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen was proposed. So the French Revolution was almost outbreak and it ended only in 1799. In the upcoming video, we will discuss about the causes of the French Revolution, how Napoleon will come into existence and how he changed the tide of the French Revolution and so on. So if you like this video, please click on the like button. If you have any comments, please do comment and drop your comments on the comment box. Share as much as possible and finally don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscription box is available down in the video box and please do watch the upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye.